All right, here we go. What is going on, fish people? Good to see so many people already in the chat here. Man, oh man, this is awesome. But yes, how's it going, everybody? Those of y'all new to the channel, where if you're filing in here as we do this thing live here, or if you're here just watching the replay, either way, glad you can make it. My name's Austin, and of course, this is Fantastic Freaks. And this is the Monday musing stream where, honestly, I very closely almost overslept. I'll be honest, I have not been feeling all that 100% here today. So, yeah, I took a little bit of a nap or so. And fortunately, no, feeling a lot better, or at least more energetic at least. So, yeah, here we are. We're ready to do this show, folks. See, we already got some awesome folks here. Over a dozen people watching already, and always love seeing that. Some awesome fish folk here also saying hello. Starting to go down here. We got Chris Robertson. It likes it. Thank you, Chris. Oh, another frequent visitor here on the channel. Greatly appreciate you, Chris. We also appreciate this guy right here, X Genetics Legacy Radio, saying hello, Austin. Hello to you, Melvin. Hope it's been a great Monday for you. And of course, we have Josh and Jessica, aka Metalheads, Aquatic Mayhem, saying hello, everybody. Hello to you, Josh and Jessica. Hope you both are doing fantastic on this Monday here. And we got one of my awesome moderators right here. We got Matt, aka Liquid Zoo OnlyFins, saying yo. Yo, right back to you, right to you, Matt. Hope it's been an awesome day up there in Sioux City. And speaking of awesome moderators, right after him, we got the Zen Ginger saying hello all. Another awesome moderator right there. Hope it's been a great day for you as well, Zen. Sky Dancer also here. And oh, look at this. Right off the bat. Ooh, we're on a short leash today, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Freak here in the chat, a.k.a. the wife. So we got to make sure that this stream stays in check, right? I'm just kidding. She's about as fun-loving as me. I give her a lot of grief in that regard. So just to make sure I clear any confusion, she's just as fun-loving as I am. I don't want to make her sound like she's strict, because she's not. But Paul McCarthy here saying howdy, folks. Howdy to you, Paul. Hope it's been a great day. Hey, speaking of great day, here's a great guy right here. We got Chattanooga Ed saying hello to some folks here. Howdy do, Ed. Mr. Tennessee Fish Mafia himself. Good to see you here, Ed. Awesome, awesome channel right there. That I will say, if you're not subscribed to that guy right there, I mean, there we go. Or at least in my point of view now, it's pointing at it. If you're not subscribed to this guy right here, just Chattanooga Ed, this guy right here, I'm telling you what, you're really missing out. This guy has some awesome streams, and he streams with all sorts of different people. He streams with Daniken. He streams with James and Fishroom Fever. He streamed with, I think, every once in a while, Bob Kaler and such on Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics and such. I know I'm forgetting some, like Rico Stan, I think, is another one. And then, of course, he has Skipper and James on with him on his own stream, where he does some awesome crafts called Crafted, which I think is one of the most creative names in the entire fish fam. Hope you're doing well, though, Ed. Always got to give that man a shout out. That's an awesome guy and an awesome channel right there. We got Bunny Viper Aquatics saying hello, everyone. Much love. Back at you, Bunny Viper. Hope it's been a awesome Monday. Going through the chat. Going through the chat. Yes. Making sure we don't forget anybody. My Fish Tanks Aquatics saying good evening, beautiful fishy folks. Back at you. Hope it's been an awesome day. My Fish Tanks Aquatics, ladies and gentlemen. Another great channel right there. I checked in on you a little bit when you did a live stream. I can't remember what day, and I apologize so much for that. I can't remember what day, but saw that you were live streaming and dropped the like there, was listening while I did some water changes. Son of a gun, that's going to beat me up internally. I can't remember what day that was. That's another channel right there that I know a lot of us love live streams because that's a good way to not just interact with everybody, but, you know, kind of see what everybody's up to. And I'll show you what I'm up to here later because, I mean, well, the title's kind of indicative of that, but we'll get to that here shortly. Ooh, excuse me. But it's another channel that I've noticed is starting to do some live streams. Another great channel right there. All right, make sure. Woo, the chat really just took a major jump on me right there. Looks like a bunch of folks that we already got here earlier. Zen Ginger saying that the audio and video is good. Hey, that's always a plus. Always want the audio and the video to be sounding crisp and clean and looking crisp and clean as well. Going through here. Mark Sturlson saying good day to everyone. Good day to you, Mark. Hope it's been an awesome day on this awesome Monday afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. Maybe it's even Tuesday if you're across seas or something right now. Appreciate that, Zen. If you like what we do here, everybody, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Using a couple of puffer emojis there with the pea puffer and a spotted Congo puffer. And in case you're wondering, guys, about how you can access those puffer emojis, all you got to do is become a member of the channel here. And it's the lowest tier on top of it because right now, honestly, with the member benefits, I'm still trying to iron out some details on there as well. Since I haven't done a whole bunch of videos, I haven't had a lot of polls for my members to discuss about. But it's about to change here because fortunately now with the day job, well, part of the reason why I haven't gotten a whole lot of polls out there is because, well, the day job has been super, super busy like this last 3 weeks. It's that time of year where everything is starting to postseason. Volleyball, boys and girls cross country. We got golf going on here. Of course, football is still going on here in the area. And, of course, to those of you that don't know, I'm a sports writer. So when you got all that going on, it creates quite a hectic schedule. But more videos coming out here. And there's some videos that really are getting overdue, or at least in my mind, they're overdue. So plenty of coming up here. But yes, if you want to get some puffer emojis in your name, that's how you do it. Just you become a member of the channel. One, it'll help you stick out a little bit more to me in the chat here. Although I try to do well with the chat, even if you're not a member. But at least then also you get all the puffer emojis, stickers, whatever you want to call them. And of course it helps out the channel. But enough self-promotion here. Let's see what else we got here in the chat here. Her Vinoski Fish Toko saying, "Sup everyone?" Sup with you, Vinoski. Great to see you here. Another frequent visitor here on the Monday Musing stream. Always happy to see them here. Bunny Hyper, greatly appreciate it. Saying thank you in advance for what I know will be another great stream. Well, that's the goal here. It's entertaining and hopefully today it's a little educational as well. Whizzle Aquatics saying cheers, everyone. Cheers. Back at you, Whizzle. Good to see you here. Hope it's been a cheerful Monday. Going down the chat, going down the chat, going down the chat. We got Ben Backstrom saying, hey, everyone. Lurking while I wander around Home Depot. Got to paint a stand this evening. That's actually kind of fun sometimes. After you build the stand and just putting the finishing touches on them. Absolutely. I do mine pretty simple. I just paint mine black. Rolling Stone style. I see a tank stand and I must have it painted black. Something like that anyway. Vibes Aquatics, don't think I saw you earlier. Welcome aboard. Saying let's get the thumbs a popping, y'all. Appreciate that, Vibes. Hey, if I entertain and you like what you see here, by all means, yeah. Hit the thumbs up here. Helps out the channel here. Helps it spread out and grow here, which, hey, that's everybody's goal, right? Going down the chat. Going down the chat. I'm about a quarter of it left here. Just a whole bunch of people. Looks like they're just saying hi. Send Ginger posting the link to Chattanooga Edge channel. Probably back when I was talking to that awesome fella up here. It's another, like I say, that's an awesome channel. So yeah, click the link right there. That's a great place to find his link. And if you're looking to even spread your horizons for the whole fish fam and just trying to find a bigger circle of aquarium or fish-related channels to watch in general, be sure you check out fishfam.link.com. Our awesome fella here, one of my awesome moderators as well, Matt Liquid Zoo Only Fins here, plays a big part in that there as well. And I'm sure he'd be the next one to tell you just the importance and convenience that website can really give you if you're looking to find a whole bunch of awesome aquarium channels and such. Because believe me, I'm just one channel out there. There's dozens, if not hundreds out there. Some of them, of course, you already know. I'm wearing one right now, of course. But it's a great way to find a lot of those channels, too, that, kind of fly under the radar. And probably, if you look hard enough, like if you're into cichlids or something, or maybe you're into something really specific or something, I can bet you that fishfam.link will help you find exactly a channel that likes similar fish than even what you do. Going down through the chat. Going down through the chat. Yes. We got Hippie John, the Fisherman, Austin. Go, Pat, go. Yeah, that's it's getting harder and harder to say that in public every week now, John. They're difficult to watch. They are, I mean, well, look at who they lost against in their last game to anyone who cares. And, well, I think that whole thing will kind of tell you the story on its own about how the season's gone. Yes, Liquid Zoo, when I was talking up Chattanooga Ed earlier, that is right. Ed also does a live stream with Lefty. Good catch, Matt. Lefty's another awesome guy there. I mean, talking about the fishfam.link there, that's another channel you can find on there too. The fishfam.link will also tell you when people do live streams and such as well. So I'm telling you, if some of you have not visited fishfam.link before, highly recommend you do. It'll not only open your circle of the fish fam here, but also give you an idea of what's going on. It's a very convenient and nifty little site there. Going down through the chat. Going down through the chat. And it just took a major jump again. I hate it when it does that. Justin E. coming in here. Puffers for life. I'm with you, Justin E. Puffers, they're really like little water puppies, whether it's a Maboo, the king of freshwater puffers, as a lot of people call them, or small little guys such as pea puffers, the red-eye puffers, Amazons. I mean, Fahaka puffer, they're all awesome. I absolutely love these little fish. I'm just happy that I can, have the opportunity to keep so many here. I need to do another care video on one of mine here. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a care video on maybe my arrowhead puffer here, or maybe Roger, my Apao Bai puffer here. Two puffers that are kind of, even in the puffer world, a little underrated here. Think we need to talk about one of those two up here soon. Eric Y. Rock, another awesome channel here. Love the energy you give in your live streams, by the way, man. You are so fun to watch. Eric Y. Rock saying hello to everyone. Hello to you, Eric. Hope it's been an awesome Monday here. Going through the chat. Making sure I don't forget anybody. Everybody's just having a great time and saying hello to everyone. Mountaintop Puffer saying, hey, y'all. Speaking of puffer guys there, that's another awesome puffer folk right there. Puffer breeder as well there. Hope all the projects there are going well with all the little water puppies there. Ginger was playing a little hooky on us. Nah, just kidding, son. But back again, had to close the window in order. Yeah, I want to open a window right now. Well, I guess it's not too bad outside here in west central Iowa. It's a little, I guess I consider it west central Iowa. Some people consider Council Bluffs southwestern Iowa. Whatever you want. We'll just call it western Iowa. But, yeah, it's about, I think, mid-50s here right now. So not too bad. More than bearable. But I don't know. Still wouldn't open a window too much. It's right on that temperature brink of like, you just kind of leave well enough alone and just, yeah. No, Hippie John, I got your go pack go, but yeah, it was, yeah, I did watch that game. Let it be known. I did watch that game, as hard it was to do so. But yeah, honestly, I don't want to call the season 100% lost yet, but I'd say, well, I mean, they got the Cowboys this next week with Mike McCarthy coming back to the Lambeau. Thought it would be a lot bigger stage game than it would be this week. I mean, it's still going to be an interesting game, and I'll still watch it just because of that fact alone. But, yeah, it's not going to be there will be no too much joy in Green Bay this year. It's quite a droll season, and unfortunately, I think if we lose once we're officially knocked out of playoff contention, which will probably be way more sooner than later based on how we're playing and with all the injuries the Green Bay Packers have right now. Some people, I think, would say I'm crazy for this. I'd say, though, once we're officially out of playoff contention, Rodgers needs to sit and put in Jordan Love. Give him some game experience. Because, I say, I don't think we're going to make the postseason. And, I mean, Minnesota, hey, Danikin Aquatics, if he ever comes in the chat here, I mean, congrats to him. His Vikings 7-1. They may not be winning pretty, but hey, they're finding ways to win. Zen Ginger dropping the fishfam.link site. Appreciate that, Zen. Yeah, again, if y'all haven't checked out that place, highly recommend you check that out there. Chris, yes, I have been starting to look into those. As some heaters are kind of reaching their age limit and such, that's probably what I'm going to start doing because, yeah, I kind of like being able to control it just better with buttons and just see what it's putting on that. I mean, I have a controller now on Finley's here over on her 150 over there, and I think it was like I think overall that heater was, I can't remember the brand, but it was like a little over $65 period right there, and it digitally shows the temperature on there as well. I mean, I have thermometers on all the sides of my tank anyway. So, because I mean, what? Those little stick-on thermometers that you put on the side of the glass, it's like $2-3. I mean, what are you doing if you don't have one of those? It's a cheap little thing. Yeah, it may not look the most decorative, but stick it on there. Give yourself a little something else to make sure you maintain the temperature where it needs to be. But that's me. But yeah, $40 is definitely cheap insurance against the runaway heater, especially with as many puffers as I keep. I mean, puffers are not the cheapest fish out there. Not at all. So, yeah, controllers are definitely something I'm getting more and more into because it's not bad to have that little extra insurance marker for sure. Victor Albert is here as well. Another puffer guy right here. Guppies are breeding in with my Fahaka tank this weekend. Sounds like your Fahaka then might get a good dose of protein then. And then again, all the decor in there too. I'm sure some of the babies will still get away this fine because, I mean, sometimes even if the Fahaka is big enough, it just looks at those little babies and be like, yeah, you're not even worth my time to catch. Come back when you're bigger. But going through the chats, yes. Another chat jump. Goodness gracious the Lord. Brooklyn Bell, how's it going, miss? Hope you're doing and well. Oh yes, I need to. So I owe you and Scotty a sticker. Her here yet? I gotta be honest with you, Brooklyn and Scott. Right as I was gonna send you stickers, I couldn't find the doggone things. I was sitting here looking all around my fish room, like, where did I sit these down? I got like 50 of these things yet, but I finally did find them today as I was doing some cleanup down here, so I'm finally going to get those stickers on the way here. Promise I didn't run out, or I didn't forget about you either, but yep, they are on the way. Silver Creek Aquatics also saying howdy here. Howdy, Silver Creek. Good to see you here. Only Oscars is also here in the chat. So many awesome folks here. 50 is cold. It's 83 where Vibes Aquatics is. Lucky. I don't know. 50 degrees ain't cold to me, though. I mean, I've lived in Iowa for like 95% of my life. Once we start getting around the single digits and throw the wind chill into that equation, then we start getting into the cold range for me. Killer Kitty 08, one of the awesome Fantastic Freaks members here. Good to see you, Killer Kitty. I think it's been a hot minute since I've seen you at one of my streams here. Must have been busy. No problem with that, though, of course, but welcome aboard there, Killer Kitty. Great to see you here. A whole bunch of awesome folks here. Am I finally caught up with all the people here? Yep, there's Justin E. Believe we said hi there earlier. There's Brooklyn. There's Killer Kitty again. There's Zen. Hippie John. Vibes. Victor. Yep, I think I am finally all caught up. And yep, I think I said hi, but just to be sure. Melvin, great to see you here as well. X Genetics Legacy Radio. Another awesome supporter of the Fish Fam here. All right, I think finally we are caught up here. Amazing. So yes, as the channel suggests, today talking a little bit about the whole transition process of moving a fish from freshwater conditions to brackish water conditions, or, well, of course, namely puffers, because, well, I've done that once, and I'm actually in the process of doing that twice. Hopefully our camera doesn't give out here. I'm going to show you guys something here real quick here. You'll notice in that little bucket right there, we got 2 airline hoses poking into that bad boy over there. And you also notice the little shadow on there. There is some water in there. We are in the process of transitioning our green spotted puffers to their new 75-gallon home up there. And I know some of you might be looking at that water level like, why is the water level low, Austin? What's going on there? Well, part of the reason how we acclimate is we have a little airline tube there that's kind of siphoning the water through the tube and, well, into the bucket there. So, whoopsies. And of course, the other airline hose is just connected to a pump with an air stone. That way we give them a little bit of air and such because, well, they've been in there for a few hours at least. So, I mean, they've been in there for a hot minute. Want to make sure that they got plenty of air. I mean, it's humid enough down here right now, so don't really have to worry about the temperature. The water temperature will stay in a good enough temperature for them so that they can, acclimate. And I don't want to promise that we're going to get them out of the bucket here during the stream and into the tank here because, well, a main thing we want them, well, I'm going to turn this around here real quick before we get talking too much on this because my hand's getting tired. There we go. Making sure I didn't forget anybody. Yes, cool. But yeah, so I'm hoping that before we call this a stream, we can go ahead and put the green spotted puffers inside their 75-gallon tank over there. But at the same time, if it's not ready, I'm not going to rush it because that's really one of my key points on, transitioning fish from freshwater to brackish water. Take your time. Like, the more gradual you can do this process, the better. It's going to be less stressful for them. And I mean, you don't want to do this bang, bang, bang left and right there. But at the same time, yes, that's why I just have them drip acclimating right now because, well, we don't want a full-on water stream in there. But I'll also say, too, that I'm going to have a video talking about this here, too. But since we're literally in the process of doing it right now, figured we'd go ahead and talk about it a little bit here, too. But yes, the key thing when you do this acclimation process, don't rush it. Like, that's only going to stress the fish out, and it's probably going to stress you out too. So take your time on this. Like I said, they've been in that bucket now for about 3 hours at this point. And I mean, I say, just go ahead, puncture some holes. You can get a bucket, 5-gallon bucket from whatever hardware store you like. I mean, Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, Baumgart's if you got it, or Walmart, I want to say, even has those buckets. Get you a lid. You can use like a pocket knife or a Phillips screwdriver or just a pick. Just poke a hole or two in there to put in your acclimation tube or your siphon airline that's going to drip in your brackish water to mix in with the fresh water that their fish are swimming in right now. And then, of course, another one to give them some air. And they'll be fine for hours. But that's it's a lot more simpler than a lot of people think. I know a lot of people, because trust me, it is a bit of a stressful process. The bacteria in a freshwater tank is a lot different than, a brackish tank. The bacteria is very different. That's why there's salinity and such in it and why you don't find the same fish in freshwater as you do in saltwater. But yeah, I can't stress it enough. Be patient with this. Patience is very, very much a virtue when you do this stuff. Just take your time. Don't rush it because in the end, if you take your time and let the process go more slowly isn't the full word I would use, but maybe more gradually. Like, it's the same thing. Like, if you're afraid of heights, maybe the way that you conquer it, if you still like sightseeing and such, maybe the best way is to find the most gradual slope to go up. And, that's kind of what we're doing here. We're trying to slowly work our way up and then eventually get it to the specific gravity that matches the tank. See, we got somebody else joining the chat here. We got Annette, a.k.a. Mystery Snail Guardians, coming in here saying hello. How's it going, Mystery Snail Guardians? Hope it's been an awesome day here. Snailing it like usual, I see. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. One of the best saying right there. I absolutely love that. We got Jimmy P's Aquarium saying hello. Nice to see you too as well, Jimmy. Another person that does some good live streams there as well. Whoop. Keeps jumping on me now. This chat has been jumping on me a little bit today. I apologize if I struggle with that a little bit. Here we go. Ginger, if I didn't have this 180 staring at me in the face, I'd probably be leaning towards salt for seahorses and dragonettes. Following your journey, hope you may. Hey, kids. Hey, absolutely. Seahorses would be really, really cool, actually. And there's actually been a fish store, no, 2 fish stores here in the Omaha area that's actually had seahorses before. I got to tell you, I've thought about those too. Those are beautiful. They don't like a whole bunch of water flow, to what I understand, though. That's one thing about them. But I mean, a seahorse aquarium would be awesome, absolutely magnificent. Let's see, while I went on my little spiel, make sure we don't forget anybody else here, because I don't want to leave anybody out here. I want to make sure everybody gets recognized that's willing to spend a little time with us here on this fine Monday afternoon or evening, whatever it is for you in your area. Looks like we're all caught up for right now anyway. Excellent. Yep, just a whole bunch of awesome people chatting and saying hello to each other. This is why the fish fam is awesome right here, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, so yeah, the main thing we want to do when we acclimate the fish, of course, so step 1, of course, is make sure you have everything to do it. I mean, just go to the store, get you like, honestly, if you get a small pack of airline tube, I guess it kind of depends on how tall your tank is up there. I get 8 feet of airline tubing, and that's more than plenty to do what we all need. And have 1 bit for siphoning. And the only thing I will say that you do, I should have brought some props with me so that I could have better explained this. But again, I'll have a video on this that'll also pretty much be re-explaining a lot of this as a lot that I'm talking about here, just in shorter terms here, of course. But of course, when we're back on the airline tubing, the main thing you do there, I mean, you can do extra steps, but really the only necessity that you got to have is just, the airline tubing, and somewhere about, a foot or so away from the end, you snip a little bit of it away there. And like I say, you want a little airline piece that's about, give or take, a foot long there, or that can go into your bucket there. And then you just want to get yourself a T-joint check valve. And you siphon the water in, and that check valve, what you want to do is you want to get it towards almost all the way to closed, but not quite. And that's your tool that's going to keep the water from just streaming into the bucket and just drip acclimating instead. So the check valve is the main thing in there. Some people do like to put or go an extra step and get like those plastic elbow corners. Make sure those little elbows, if you do decide to take that extra step, are not check valves themselves. Otherwise, your little airline is not going to siphon and get the air pressure needed to siphon the water from the tank to your bucket or whatever container you're using to acclimate your fish. But it's a nice little thing that I guess if you wanted to, it's an extra step that'll help keep your hose in the water. Because, I mean, that's another big thing. Make sure the hose that is sucking the water out of your aquarium is always submerged. Because, I mean, if it's not submerged, it's not going to suck up the water. But, I mean, it's really a simple process. You just get it going. And once you got that all constructed, I mean, you just put some fresh water in the bucket with them. Make sure that the water, before you do this, though, the fresh water the fish are in, is disease-free. No parasites, no nothing, because, of course, we don't want any of that stuff because that'll just complicate the process. And they're already going to be stressed. And, I mean, if they're stressed and there's a disease in the water, well, obviously that could spell bad news very quickly. But obviously, a lot of y'all already know that, so we won't go too much into that. But, I mean, once you get enough water in there, I mean, you don't want to fill it up too much. Like, I'd say on that 5-gallon bucket, I filled it up to about a third of the way full. Well, maybe a little bit under that. Somewhere about a quarter to a third of the way full. I mean, obviously, it depends on how much fish you have, too. Because, I mean, I just had 5 little green spotted puffers in there. So I didn't need it too high, but I still wanted it enough because they can get a little nippy if they're stressed, and we don't want them biting and fighting with each other. So want to make sure there's still a little bit of water in there so that they can get along. But basically stuff like that. And once you get the water in there and you get all your fish in there, you just put the hose in, and however you want to get the siphon doing its job there, it just starts sucking up the water, and you want to make sure it's a drip. Do not let it just stream into the water. That is going to be way too fast. That is going to stress out your fish. And honestly, could, if it goes too fast there, it could prove fatal actually. So you want to make this gradual. Make it as stressless as possible on the fish, because that is what's going to make this process as stressless as possible on you. I see we got some more awesome folks here. So taking a break about that talk there real quick. The Aquatic Morning Show. Oh, man, we got the big guns coming on here now. How's it going, Jess? Hope you're having an awesome day there. Hope all is going well there as well. That's an awesome channel right there, too. Just a whole bunch of, every weekday, the morning stream there is always awesome. It's almost it's like the fish fans version of Good Morning America, honestly. Really love what you do with that stream there, Jess. What you guys do is really, really awesome. We got Ray Aquatic saying, what's up to everybody? What's going on, Ray? Hope you're having a great day here. Thank you for coming in here also to not just you, but everybody here as well. We got all sorts of awesome people here. Like I say, on StreamYard, I can't see the likes right now, so no idea where that is. But whatever it's at, appreciate every single one of y'all. I do see that we have 28 watchers right now, so greatly appreciate that as we're a little over a half hour in here. Greatly appreciate it, everybody. Looks like we're caught up here. Yeah, absolutely, Jess. Like I say, you guys do an awesome thing there. It's really cool. I mean, my problem is because I work late, I usually sleep in. So sometimes I catch it, sometimes I don't. But let it be known. Well, I've told you guys a lot before on this channel before that. There's times on the streams that I just don't comment. I just click it open, I drop a like, and listen as I do work either in my office when I'm sports writing or if I'm just doing water changes or whatever else down here. But I can promise a lot of you guys out there, I do watch and I do drop a like. That's always my thing. Even if I only watch for a few minutes, I always drop a like. But it's very rare that I only stay for a few minutes. Now, Chris Driver said, not fish related, but would anyone be interested in a video on pain management? Wow, I butchered that. With herbs, specifically transitioning from to herbal remedies. Oh, there you go, guys. If anybody is interested in that, yeah, go ahead. Chat it up with Chris there. Get something going there. Oh, look at that, Chris. Well, looks like you already got one taker. You got Bunny Viper already as a taker. There we go. That didn't take long. All right, let's see here. I'm also checking over as we go along at the water level for our green spotted puffers, because again, it would be really, really cool if we could release them here on stream. But again, I'm not going to rush this, because when you acclimate fish from freshwater to brackish water, really that's the key rule. Don't rush anything. Like if your brackish water tank maybe could use another day or two to, cycle, let it cycle. The more time you give it and such, the better. Like, honestly, I could have done this probably a week or two ago at this point. For sure a week ago. 2 weeks ago, actually might have been a push. But, the cool thing is, especially if you got sponge filters, fortunately, I already have a brackish tank with my figure 8 puffers in that 54-gallon bow front corner tank over there. So, I just dropped a couple sponge filters over there. Let them sit in there for a few days. Each one of them sat in there for 3-4 days, just soaking up that water, all that beneficial bacteria and such. And after that, I just drop them over into the new tank, and it's kind of like a jump start. It jump starts that cycle process for you. It doesn't work with just fresh water. It can work for a brackish as well. And yeah, this tank is good to go now, and very excited to finally get these green spotted puffers in their new home. This is a project that honestly I've been needing to do for a while. Good question from Vibes here. Blackbeard, excuse me. Blackbeard algae, how to remove it? Clean it off live plants and do a peroxide bath. And will that be a permanent fix? I got to be open and sincere with you, Vibes. I'm not a huge algae expert myself. I do have a little bit of Blackbeard algae, though, up in one of my 20-gallon longs here. Something that someone once told me, I haven't tested it out yet, so I don't know how much validity there is to it. I guess I don't know how big your tank is, Vibes, but I've heard that sometimes flying foxes will also help with that. Again, I've never tried it, so I don't know how much validity or truth there is to that. But I mean, sometimes the algae killers, there's some plant-safe ones out there. But even with that, I mean, you got to be really careful with that. But I mean, the other thing, I guess, is you just go in, hand pick it off and such. And I mean, usually if algae gets going, then that means there's an excess of nitrate or nitrites somewhere, or if that be food or fish waste or something like that. And actually, yeah, Vibes, that actually goes to your next question. What I do know is, and this goes for lots of forms of algae. When it comes to algae, a lot of the forms are because there's like an excess of nitrate or nitrite in the water, and well, somewhere that nitrite needs to get used up. So that's part of how algae gets used. I mean, there's some things that I've met that are, going to the process here, but I'll be honest, I'm not a chemistry professional whatsoever here. So, I mean, I can't exactly break it down every single step here, but usually it's something like, like maybe there's an excess of fish food in there that's rotting away, that's rising up the nitrites, or sometimes it can also be abundance of CO2. And yep, I see Chris on that with there as well. High flow can be another one, or blue light and such, which I don't have on my 20-gallon long. I'm pretty simple on there. I just have a aquatic fluorescent light on there. But I mean, yeah, abundance of CO2 can be another one. I mean, there's a couple of things that can really go into algae development, but yeah, unfortunately, Vibes, I don't want to tell you something and be way off there, but well, I'll tell you what, we got 32 awesome fish folk in here. If somebody knows a way that how Vibes here can ditch this blackbeard algae, because I mean, I will agree one thing for sure. It sure don't look that good. Or at least in my opinion, it don't. Some people actually like algae in there because it gives it more of a natural look. I'm not a fan of it personally. But if some people have that, then yeah, help a fellow fish friend out here. Real quick, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to check on these green spotteds over here. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and just set this camera up over here for a bit. We'll go ahead and get to the next part, actually. This is good. Let's see. Well, there's the bucket. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the aquarium in here. Let's actually fix that just a little bit more here. There we go. Woo! Don't want that to bounce too much. There we go. Hopefully I don't trip over all these plethora of wires here. So this here is the next thing. Of course, if you've done saltwater before at all, y'all will already know what this is. Of course, this is a hydrometer. This measures salinity. This is a good thing whether you're using a brackish water aquarium or a full-on marine water, because, of course, this measures the salinity in the water. And, of course, when we acclimate our fish from freshwater to brackish water here, we want this brackish water in the bucket to match what the specific gravity is in the tank up here as much as possible. I mean, honestly, the more identical of the parameter, the better. And we're going to go ahead and check that out right now. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and flip this laptop around real quick so I can see what this camera's seeing. Hopefully we can go ahead and... or wait a minute. There's another way to do this. Here we go. I'm changing the light on this, though. Yikes. There we go. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, cool. Looks like we're good. It's going to cut off my head a little bit, though. All right, we're going to scoot that up just a wee bit. There we go. All right, let's check this out here. So the hydrometer, I mean, these are pretty easy to use here for the most part. First and foremost, I mean, I've kind of done a no-no here. You're supposed to wash these things out as you use them here, of course. But what you do is you put it in the water, scoop it up here. Once you got water in there, give it a couple taps. And then let that needle settle. Let's see where we're at here. And right now, specific gravity, that's about between the 12 and the 10. So we're about 1.5 1.011. I'd say it's actually a little bit closer to the 10. So we'll call it 1.010 and a half. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, once we see that, we want that bucket down there where our green spotted puffers are in to match that. So now comes the next part. They've been getting some salt water now for about a few hours at this point. So we're going to see where their specific gravity is here. Mosey this back down a bit. You know, this would be a lot easier if I remembered that earlier that I could have just done this live stream from my phone. Chris, yes, hydrometer measures specific gravity, yes, which is basically salinity in the water, exactly. I saw that someone was saying Chris there. Yes, Chris Robertson, hit up Stephen P. Yes, that is a big plant guru right there, so yeah, definitely hit him up. All right. We're going to get down here. We're going to check out our green spotted puffers because no one likes just looking at my legs. My legs are not all that impressive, honestly. All right. See where our specific gravity is in here. Oh, a little more water in there. There we go. Oh, I'm a fool. Oh, that's a big no-no. So what I just did there is I just broke up our siphon system. There we go. Well, is it going to restart itself? Oh, cool, it is. Yep, I see water going down. It is going to just re-siphon itself. Cool. All right, so I'm going to check and see where our water is. Oh, son of a biscuit. Well, never mind. We're going to go ahead and get another scoop up of water because I just spilt that. Lovely. All right, let's try this again. I promise there's no fish down in that 75 down there. And let's see. Oh, no. I can tell you right now, guys, we're probably not going to be able to move them over here today. There's a ways to go here yet. We are about, we needed to get up to 1.010. We're like at maybe 1.05 or 1.005 or 006 at best. So we got a little ways to go. And some of you might wonder, does 4 little thousandths of a specific gravity make a difference? Oh, yes, it does. It most definitely can. Okay, reset up our camera here. That's a bummer. Well, we'll check it up on again here in maybe about a half hour or so. See where that's at. GDP, yes. I mean, you'd be surprised. I actually have more buckets than that, but well, the only reason why I have so many buckets is like, so when I move like a whole bunch of fish, like for example, when I moved all my angelfish out of the 75 and into the 125, something I did to just kind of jumpstart that process is, you know, we just siphon out all the water out of the 75 over there and just pour it into the buckets over there. And just store it in there. And once the 125, you know, we got it all aquascaped as we need it to. We just pour some of the water in from the 75 into there. And we just pull the sponge filters that were in the 75 and into the 125. And yeah, once again, it basically jump starts the cycle process. Again, though, if you do that, make sure that the water parameters are proper and where they need to be. But, I mean, yeah, that's a big reason why I have so many buckets. Absolutely, Vibes. You can never have too many buckets. I mean, especially when I have that 510-gallon tank going. I mean, well, I'll be honest. I mean, I could honestly put every last drop out of Max tank, which is a 40-gallon breeder, of course, for right now, and just put it into that 510. That's not going to do jack squat. 40 gallons to 510, that's not even really a puddle in the equation. But so, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's one that I'm really going to be able to cheat the system on or jumpstart. That one, I think we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. But, I mean, there's still ways to accelerate the process, don't get me wrong. I mean, you still just put a big old sponge filter. I mean, put like, they got 200-gallon grade sponge filters. Put a couple of those here in the 240 here. And then after letting them sit for a bit there, or once we get the 510 going, just bit by bit, kind of like what I did with the 60-gallon sponge filters that are now in the 75 for the green spotted puffers there. As they suck up all that beneficial bacteria and all that out of the tank, we just introduce it into the 510 over there. Hey, the Garden of Eden saying what's up. What's up with you, Grant? Hope you and Shelby are having a great one. And gotta say, I was having a huge kick. I can't remember what day it was, but give it absolutely harping on snails and such. You had me cracking up. I loved it. I mean, hey, snails for me, it's like snails. Oh, you mean puffer food. I mean, that's basically what they are in my fish room. I'm not saying there's no benefits to them, but, at the same time, yeah, they definitely can help out with plants and such, but, I mean, they also, depending on what kind of snail it is, don't look all that great. I get a lot of those little, like, Malaysian trumpet snails, I think is what they are. I also get some of those pest pond snails and such a lot, too. Either way, my puffers are not too picky. And some of them get pretty big. Some of them to where it still is a little bit of a challenge for Finley to crunch them down sometimes, let alone Mac, my Maboo puffer. But it also doesn't help that some of these puffers down here they just don't go after snails. They look at snails and they just look at the snail for a bit and look at me like, the hell you want me to do with this? But I mean, pea puffers, as now Grant is saying, I mean, yeah, my pea puffers are like, especially if I had like little juvenile like pond or Malaysian trumpet snails in there, they would go nuts on those things. They loved those things. And I mean, pea puffers, you don't even really need to give snails to that much. I mean, they appreciate them, don't get me wrong. It keeps their hunting aspect about them, which honestly, I think it was great, but alas. That is true. That is true, Matt. Annette may not think that's funny. That is very true. I guess, yeah. Final thing I'll say is that, I mean, snails definitely do have their benefits, though. I will say that, because they definitely help get rid of the waste and such. But, I mean, they do help get rid of the waste and such there, too, which is kind of why I don't mind a few here in my 240 and such. I don't mind a few in my angelfish tank over there. They do help get rid of them, but alas. But that is true, Matt. If I keep going and harping on snails too much here, and that's going to give me the middle finger and leave. Fish nets don't have feelings. Where did your brain go? Oh, I love it. Oh, let's see. I think I saw Christine come in here earlier. I'm not sure if I said hi earlier. There she is. How's it going, Christine? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm very late. Hey, like I say, you're never very late. You're just fashionably late. And nothing's wrong with that. But made it to the end of the stream. Yep, we're just going here a little bit. We'll probably go at least for about another 10, 15 minutes here at least. We'll check on to see how that specific gravity is going there. I mean, it's probably going to take a hot minute here yet. Let's see. That thing is about... that's about 2/3 of the way full. So, honestly, it might not hurt just to take a couple hours because, I mean, yeah. I will say this again, and, I mean, this is a huge thing when you acclimate, especially with puffers. A fish that's scaleless, like a figure 8 or a green spotted puffer. I've said this a few times here, and I know it's starting to sound repetitive perhaps, but I will say it again. Do not rush this. Do not rush this. I mean, take your time. Make absolutely sure. Again, like I say, that tank, 75-gallon tank up there, we have it at about 1.010 or 11, whatever. Either way, we want it to be about as identical as that. And I know that when you think about things on a mathematical term, that, yeah, It's like, oh, well, 1.006, that's not too far off. That's only 4,000th off. When it comes to specific gravity, guys, that actually is a pretty decent difference. So do not rush that sort of thing. I mean, I would say, okay, if it was maybe at like 8 or 9, then you could get away with it perhaps. But even then, it's just like, I mean, in the end, we want to make this, as stressless as possible for them. So in some ways, even with me there, I'm like, hey, even with it being just 2 specific gravities off, is it worth it? We're risking the fish? I don't know. That's me. But nonetheless, though, yeah, we're going to eventually, though, there is going to be a video coming out on that soon. I'm going to release my shed aquarium visit, though, soon here, because honestly, in my mind, that video is way overdue. I mean, son of a gun. I've almost visited that place now a month ago. I need to get that video out there, but I really forgot about all the content that I recorded there. I had over an hour and a half's worth of video recorded from that shed aquarium place. I mean, hopefully that gives you an idea of how huge that place is to those of you that perhaps have never been there. But yeah, this week, I promise, I swear on my fantastic name, the shed aquarium visit video will be out before the next live stream. It will be. I promise y'all. It will be out. There we go. We got Mexicali Fish Keeper saying hello to everyone. How's it going, Mexicali? Hope you're having an awesome one. Saying hello to me. Of course, we got Manny Vibes. We got Grant, Matt, Chris, Christine, Bunny, Jerome, John, Paul Am, Sky, Ray, Melvin. All sorts of awesome folks here. Absolutely. Woo! Excuse me. Woo! Oopsie. This thing just keeps jumping. Jerome, don't think I said hi to you earlier. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome aboard to the Monday Musings stream, Jerome. Good to see you here, of course. Garden of Eater also building a new stand here. A couple of y'all are building new stands here. I've had a bad habit today of bumping my screen. I've got to stop doing that. But got to go back to building the new stand. Well, hey, have fun, Grant. I always have fun building and stands. I mean, heck, the stand that my 240 sits on is customly made. The 75 that you just saw there with the 2-level stand, that was customly made. Or same thing with the triple-level stand for my 240s and then one 20-gallon long where my green spotted puffers were initially. I mean, yeah, customly made. I mean, building stands is kind of fun once you get the hang of it. Someday I will post a video about that too, because, I mean, I know some of y'all said that project videos are kind of what you guys are into as well. So definitely we'll put that out when I make that as well. Let's see. I saw a question about discus here a moment ago. Yes. Vibes Aquatics, best discus food. I've learned that my discus, or the 3 that I have in my 125, they really love those Vibrobites from Hikari. I think I might have a bag here. 1 minute. But yeah, they almost look like a little. I mean, they're basically a pellet, but it's a red, almost worm-looking like pellet. It almost kind of resembles the appearance of a bloodworm, sort of, only way shorter. Let's see here. Aha! Here it is. Here we go. Yes. My drink almost fell in the drain. Yeah. But yes, we got so Vibrobites. This is one thing. Come on, camera. Focus. I still got a price tag on that. Oh well. But yeah, kind of gives you an idea of how much this goes for here. I mean, this is a thing that I really like to give my discus and such here. They really, I mean, look at it. There's a, come on, camera, focus. There we go. I mean, you can see it on there. It's got a discus on the packaging as well as angelfish and a ram on there. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a great food, I would say, to give discus. Otherwise, I see Chris, yeah, they sometimes pick off the bottom there too. So, I mean, you can give them pellets as well. I mean, little shrimp pellets. I think I got something on there too. Oh, well, I'm not getting up again. But, I mean, yeah, pellets would work there too. I mean, if it's a tank that has just discus and they don't have much competition for the food otherwise, they'll slowly make their way up there too, or at least my trio has. And they'll get flake as well there. Giving them a little bit of brine shrimp every once in a while and bloodworms wouldn't be a bad idea either. Just to keep the variation in their diet, or at least that's what I like to do, not just with discus, puffers, or angels, all my fish really. I mean, that's a rule with all the fish. I mean, give your fish as varied of a diet as possible, because I mean, it's just like humans, you know. Hey, I love me some pizza, I love wings, I love steak, but I don't want to eat just one of those all the dang time, you know. I like steak, but sometimes, you know, sometimes I want some pasta. Sometimes I want to, you know, sometimes I want to go. I got a sweet tooth. I mean, I love breakfast food. Sometimes I want to go get pancakes or something. You get the picture. Make sure you give your fish a varied diet, because that's how you get the most out of them. And honestly, their color and their personality will reward you for it. But yes, vibes, yes. Sinking pellets, that is a good one. But like I say, in terms, if I could only pick one, which I highly recommend you don't just pick one, I would definitely say that yes, Vibram Bites. This is a great one to get right there. And I mean, honestly, you can get a bigger bag than this. This is a great stuff for angels. I mean, rainbow. I give it to my rainbows and silver dollars back here too. It's great stuff. And here we go. We have come to a part of the stream where Fantastic Freaks and the fellow fish folk start talking about food. Good. Oh boy, but 8 taco soup, Ophelia, cheesecake. I love cheesecake. Hey, feeling that sassy. I mean, hey, I have no shame in cheesecake. I love me some good cheesecake. I mean, I'm pretty basic. Give me a New York style cheesecake and all that. Little raspberry glaze or a cherry glaze on there. Sometimes I'll even do there's a cookie dough cheesecake that I had somewhere, and that was amazing. I will say that too. In terms of sweet tooth, I do love me some cookie dough stuff as well. Dee Dee's Findan, another awesome member of the Fish Fam. How's it going, Dee Dee? Hope you're having a great day. Paul, yep, this is the part where we start thinking about okay, how much longer are we going to do this stream? Because I'm getting hungry again. That's exactly it, Paul. Hey, fair enough. That is true, Silver Creek. I brought up food this time, not y'all. But alas, yeah, it's, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's come tradition at this point. It's not a Monday musing stream until at some point we talk about food. The stream is just not complete until we do. What if it's grilled cheese or tacos or what fish like to eat and such? At some point, it's got to be food related. The trick with food is making it low, no carb, and still delicious for all the diabetics. And there you go. I mean, hey, I'm not picky. It can be gluten-free. It can be sugar-free. I'll admit, I got a sweet tooth, so sometimes I can be picky on that. But, hey, different tastes for different people. What? Ooh, vibes. I see you. Chili con queso, anyone? Yes, please. Freshly made flour tortillas and refried beans for me. Yes. My mother-in-law makes some bomb Mexican food. And I mean, her refried beans and tortillas, amazing. She also makes some killer hot sauce or salsa, whatever you want to call it. It's more like a salsa, I guess. But I mean, I love that hot sauce, salsa, whatever, so much. My wife and I had it at our wedding. We put in a special request to the Omaha Aquarium, which of course where we had our wedding, and we had a special request to have them allow us bring in my mother-in-law's salsa. I mean, she had to make, oh my goodness, at least a few gallons of that stuff. Because I mean, we had at least 100 and some people there. I mean, it wasn't a huge wedding, but I mean, it still had a good number of people. We didn't want anything too huge, but I mean, yeah, it still just had enough people there to where, yeah, it was a lot of hot sauce. And everybody loved it. I mean, that was the next thing. I mean, it was a lot of hot sauce and everybody loved it. There was not much left. I think there was maybe just a few jars left. There was not much left at all. But those jars were quickly claimed for as once the wedding was over too. Ooh, Zen. Yep. My wife and I, we both love breakfast tacos. We like tacos in general too. But me, breakfast, any time of the day, I'm down for breakfast food. It can be actual breakfast as well. It can be a brunch. It can be breakfast for dinner. Anytime, I'm down. Give me some pancakes or waffles. I'll take syrup on those bad boys. I'll take whipped cream and strawberries. I'm not picky. Pineapple in the tacos. That is a new one. Y'all getting a little too creative now. Yes, Paul, breakfast is the best. I agree. Some people, now, the pineapple on pizza, here's the thing. That's the big rivalry question, isn't it, right there? Pineapple on pizza. That's a rival question right there. But I will say this. I'm not 100% against it. I've never tried it, though. So that's a big reason also why I'm not against it. When it comes to food, I don't tear it down or knock it if I haven't tried it. I mean, unless by my eyes it looks like absolute crud. But, I mean, really, unless it, to me, just look by the eye test. I mean, if it fails the eye test and fails it miserably, then usually I'm just kind of like, okay, this ain't so bad. Leave it alone. Or at least take a bite of it. And I don't know. I always like to try it before I knock it. That's me. I feel like that's the rule of thumb, though. You got to try it before you say you don't like it. Pulled pork and pineapple tacos? Not for me. I got it. I see people on here, but cactus on tacos. That's a strange point. I'm sorry. I'll stop. That sounds very, very prickly and probably painful. But or maybe that's a thing. Who knows? Some people, maybe some dude or people in Texas or Arizona or New Mexico invented that. I have no idea. See me, Zen? You're like me. I love my proteins. I mean, potatoes, meat, starch. Oh, yeah. Some salsa. Oh, yeah. As the vegetable. I mean, that's about me when I get my nachos or taco. The hot sauce on it. I'll put lettuce on there too, usually. I don't hate lettuce, but yeah. Or taters if you want to Texas it up. That is true, Silver. That is true. Oh, at every point we always talk about food. I'm not complaining though, because y'all come up with some interesting stuff here, and I always jot it down like, okay, sometime I got to try this, I got to try this, I got to try this. So then there's some of them I look and they're like, definitely not trying that one. But let's see here. Cactus from HEB. Okay. Here we go. We got Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics at work on lunch, listening in. Appreciate you coming in here, Misfit, as we're already in the food section here. I feel like right about when we reach that hour point or when we get close to it, the food discussions start coming in here. Let's see here. It is 6:20. Just shy of 6:20, actually. Heard the wife come in here not too long ago. Let's see. Chris Robertson, how about black fungus corn delicacy? Anyone tried it? I am not into funguses. Mushrooms, all that jives. Nope. Not for me. Sign me off. No, thank you. Mac and cheese is a vegetable? I tell you what, though. Mac and cheese, that's another one of the foods I absolutely love. Okay, some of you might know what I'm talking about. If you're in the area that has a Quick Star or a Quick Trip gas station, and I'm not talking about Quick Trip with a Q, I'm talking about KWIK Quick Trip. Have that Quick Trip. They have, in my opinion, in terms of gas stations go, they have some of the best mac and cheese ever. I love that stuff. Unfortunately, here in Council Bluffs, we don't have that. We have Casey's, of course, which I don't mind their pizza. Everything else is okay at best, really, in my opinion. But Those Quick Stars, yes, I see Chris down here. I mean, in Iowa, I believe, yeah, they're called Quick Stars. Ours just because, well, there's the QT Quick Trips here, so they did that, I guess, to eliminate the confusion. But, yeah, I think like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Michigan, I think those are all the places that have it. I want to say maybe South Dakota has some. I don't know for sure. But Illinois, I mean, some of the people that have these Quick Stars or Quick Trips, I am jealous of you guys because in terms of mac and cheese, they have some of the best, in my opinion. There's the family size mac and cheese. I'm always hopping on that train. I'm always hopping on getting the mozzarella stuffed breadsticks from Quick Star or Quick Trip as well. I love that stuff too. There's a lot of food though from Quick Star and Quick Trip that I love. Do 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 do. Through the chat. Checking through the chat. Yes. Okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and check these puffers one more time. I don't anticipate that the specific gravity is going to change too much, but what the heck? We're going to give this another try. And this time, we're just going to totally flip this bad boy around, or can I? Well, we're going to find out. Yeet! Apparently we can! Woohoo! There we go. All right. Now, what I do with that hydrometer? Oh, no. Did I? Oh, criminally. Did I put it under the laptop? Oh, good grief. That would be embarrassing. Oh, wait. Nope. Right there. Right there. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and test this out. I'm not going to open that again. I'm just going to slide this out of the way. Let's fix that camera, shall we? You don't want to see my bottom side. There's nothing good to see down there. There we go. All right, here we go. Just double checking. I'm pretty sure the specific gravity in the tank hasn't changed any. Yep. Still chilling out at that 1.01 over there. My camera cord wasn't all wrapped up and sensitive of turning off. I'd bring it a little bit closer, but yep. Not honestly sure why I measured that. Because, I mean, we remembered it from earlier. That's probably going to take at least a few hours yet before that's ready to go. But, of course, you know, we'll see that later once we get the green spot buffers. You know, I need to turn on that light. That'll probably give us a little bit better lighting over here. There we go. That's better. There we go. Now you can see me way better. There we go. Awesome. Just realized that I had a comment on there earlier. It's like, there we go. There we go. It's gone up a little bit. Let's see where we're at here. I might have to take some water out here too. I mean, that's the next thing. If your bucket's getting full and you're still not close to that specific gravity where you need to be, then yeah, you can take some water out and the salinity will still rise up. I had to do that with the figure 8 puffers initially because I was a fool and put too much water in the bucket initially. So I put less in here this time, hoping to avoid that issue, but we'll see what happens. Okay, let's see where we're at here. She's gone up a bit. I'd say we're for sure at 0.006 now. She's still definitely not ready, guys. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to put the puffers in here to end the stream. There we go. Put that back in there with them. I'm sure they're more than ready to get the heck out of that bucket, though. There we go. Oh, here we go. I know when we were talking about pellets for discus later, this is another thing that sometimes they like. I mean, if you got loaches and such in there too, or even plecos really, they love this stuff right here. And that is shrimp wafers from Tetra. I would still recommend the Vibra-Bites over that stuff though. All right. Well, yep, unfortunately, that's a bummer. I was really hoping we could put the green spotted puffers in their tank before we call this a stream, but unfortunately, guys, doesn't look like that's going to happen. And again, I absolutely do not want to rush this. Because rushing this sort of thing, that is how fish die. All right. Ooh, here we go. We got Big Tank Hank flexing as he walks into the stream. How's it going, Hank? Great to see you here. Another man with an awesome channel and an awesome live stream as well there. Interviewing all sorts of members of the Fish Fam. I've actually interviewed with that guy before there. Check on his channel. Or I also have a stream history on my channel as well. It's called Live Streams That I've Been In. Pretty straightforward, right? And yeah, if you check that out, you'll see all the streams that I've been featured on other people's channels. So, I mean, you can kind of get a taste of what they do on their streams while supporting me, but more so supporting them. I mean, I've been on, of course, Fish Room Fever a couple times, been with Rico, Chattanooga Ed, been with the Tennessee Fish Mafia and Bob Kaler before. Big Tank Hank, as I just said, another fella that I've been with before. I mean, some awesome streams out there, guys. There's all sorts of them to find out there. Big Tank Hank, thank you so much. With the $4.99, I can't tell if it's a message or if you gave me a sticker or something. It's not showing me that, but thank you very much, Hank, for $4.99 there. Means a lot out there for me. See, we got a shark and a snake there as well. Appreciate it very, very much. I mean, donations like this and such, folks, I mean, helps me keep the lights on, helps me feed the fish, and of course, helps me continue doing what I do. Greatly appreciate you for that, Hank. It's always awesome to see, but never, ever expected. Frankie, 805OX, coming in here saying, what's up, everyone? What's up with you, Frankie? Hope it's been a great Monday. Let's see here. I think we're getting close to 6:30 here, so we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this up here soon, but we'll get it to 6:30 here. Okay, so Matt says it was a sticker. Thank you, Matt. So yeah, it wasn't showing me what it was. All it showed me that it was $4.99, and it's like, well, I guess that's the main thing, right? As long as I make sure that I thank him for the proper amount, right? The bummer they don't show the sticker, though. I would like to see that too, though. Make sure I don't forget anybody through the chat while I was up and moving around. Doesn't look like I did. Yeah, doesn't look like I missed anything. Sweet. All sorts of awesome folks here. Awesome. Gavin Devlin with a great question here. In the process of refurbishing my dream tank, what would you put in a 210-gallon tank? I guess that would also partially depend on the dimensions of the tank. I presume that's got the 6 feet long, 2 feet front to back dimension. And it'd probably be built the same as my 240, just a little shorter. If that's indeed the case, Gavin, obviously I think a lot of people would say arowana, but at some point I'll definitely get an arowana. They're on my wish list. I wish I could get the blood Asian red ones. Those are super cool. Let's see. Boy, there's just so many possibilities of the 210, though. Something I would really do. Okay. So here's Gavin right here. It is 7 feet long, 2 feet front to back, and then 2 feet tall. A little bit of a short boy, but okay. Hey, that's 7 feet long. All right. Honestly, you could put a Fahaka puffer in there. That's one thing. That'd be plenty of space for a Fahaka, honestly. That would be, we're gonna, yeah, I don't think so, girls. Nope, I don't think so. This is a PG rated stream, dang it. We ain't getting that crap here. There we go. I'm sorry, Gavin, I got distracted there for a minute, but I would say a Fahaka would be one thing I would do. If you want to go the saltwater option, just like a whole bunch. I would really love like all sorts of clownfish in there. Sometimes you got to be careful because sometimes some clownfish are more aggressive than others. So that is a bit of a gray area there. I would also just love, if I had 210 like that, I'd load that baby up with probably some angelfish and discus. Just whole bunch of slow moving, colorful fish swimming all around there. I mean, you want to talk about a tank that'd be absolutely beautiful and therapeutic. I mean, angelfish and discus, or maybe even just do one of them. That would definitely be something I want to do. Or if you want to go, oh yeah, Zen, believe me, I saw that and I'm like, no, 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 no. This is a PG rated stream, daggone it. Oh, there we go. Gavin's already on top of the clownfish topic there. Otherwise, if you really wanted something that, I mean, me being a puffer guy, Gavin, I mean, outside of the Fahaka and such, if you wanted to save up and pay, I mean, it'd be a good $1 or so to do it. I mean, it wouldn't be the cheapest tank, but you could load that baby up with some spotted Congo puffers in there. I mean, they're not the cheapest puffer to buy per piece, but I mean, a puffer that gets somewhere between 4 to 6 inches, if my mind serves correctly, somewhere around there. I think more around the 6-ish range, but fill that baby up with about, yeah, whatever. And I mean, it would partially depend on how much aquascape you would do, but that would be something that you could put in there. Just like a group of spotted Congo puffers in there with like some woods and rocks in there. Maybe a few crypts in there as well. I mean, that could look absolutely amazing in there. Silver Creek, yep. I mean, look at what I did. I put rainbows, silver dollars, and gouramis in my 240. How many? There's some people that would look at that like, that's a waste of a tank. But I disagree. I like looking at all that color. Gavin, I have not seen a Bengal Star Puffer before. That's actually one of the kinds there that I got to admit, you kind of stumped me on. I'm definitely going to look that up, though. I'm presuming that must be a saltwater puffer of some sort, but I guess that's another one. If they're, I mean, yeah, that'd be my main thing. I mean, outside of the puffers, I would say if I had a 210, 7 feet long, 2 feet front to back, and 2 feet tall, I'd get me some discus and angelfish. Probably won't. I don't know if you do Altums in there, because if it's only 2 feet tall, that might be a little cramped for them. I mean, it probably would work, but meh. At the same time, yeah, discus and angels would look good in there. Or if you want to do small fish, speaking of color, I would do like German blue rams with gold rams, Bolivian rams, the black rams. You can mix them in with gouramis and rainbow fish, and then to tie it together, maybe some roseline sharks. I mean, once you get up and, I mean, really in the triple digits for gallonage, and especially when there's a 2 in front for that triple digit gallonage, I mean, you got lots of possibilities. I'm excited for you, Gavin, because that's going to be, I mean, you got all sorts of possibilities, but that's what I would say. My top 3, I mean, I'm a puffer guy, so yeah, I would say a spotted Congo puffer group, a Fahaka puffer group, or mix some various rainbows with various types of ram cichlids, or a spotted Congo puffer group. I mean, that's just a few of probably dozens, if not hundreds of options that you could do. All right, guys. Well, it is past 6:30 here. We still got so many awesome people here. I promise, though, people, I will have that shed aquarium visit coming up here before the next live stream. Like I said earlier, those of you that missed it, the shed aquarium visit, that video will be up before our next stream. Promise on my name. That will be done. But guys, this has been a lot of fun, but after all the talk of food and such, I'm hungry, so I'm going to go get some food with my wife here. Thank you all so much for coming here on this stream here and for all the support here you give here. Of course, we're going to have a video also upcoming on the brackish water tank there. Don't know why I struggled for that for a minute. We were literally talking about it for half the stream, but we're going to, of course, have a video updating us on the green spotted puffers, who, of course, are acclimating right now as we speak to their 75-gallon home. We'll have a tank video coming up on that. And thinking upcoming here soon, I'm going to do some tank spotlight videos here, so keep an eye open for that. Probably within the next couple or few weeks here before the holiday season rolls around. Maybe expect that around the Thanksgiving time. But all sorts of stuff coming up here. So if you like the stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out here. replay crew, feel free to drop a comment below. Let me know that you're here. And if you're new and have not done so already here, folks, feel free to click the subscribe button to stay in the loop with everything I do. We go live here every Monday here. I think I'm going to stick to the 5:10 p.m. Central Time here, just because I like watching Stephen P's stream myself, as well as do some other things there as well on Monday. So want to make sure I have plenty enough time to, they can finish up their stream, and I don't have to just jump right from their stream and hop straight into mine. So I'm going to stick to the 5:10 p.m. Central Time each time. So mark on your calendars if you like the stream. Feel free to check back. But yeah, we'll have videos coming up here. As always, guys, appreciate all the support. Thank you. Big thank you to all the members, my 3 awesome moderators, Zen Ginger, Liquid Zoo OnlyFins, and of course my awesome wife, Mrs. Freak. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Couldn't do what I do without you guys. I'll see you all in my upcoming video, guys. As always, stay fantastic.